All right, YouTube, working back out here again on the tree line and the landscaping project that I got going on. I got this box right here which has some water line repair or irrigation repair stuff in it. I'm gonna go and check and make sure that all of the irrigation lines are working, so that way I can have it automated to keep water in the trees throughout the remainder of the spring and the summer. These are my irrigation lines right here. They kind of just run all the way down, and these are the little rings that I made out of half-gallon emitter dripper line, and they just kind of go around the tree and water the tree at a very slow rate. That, I heard, is supposed to be better than having it go fast, and it lets it soak into the soil longer so the roots can soak it up easier than just putting a bunch of water out and letting it kind of spread around for a short period of time. That also makes the roots supposedly grow deeper so that they can withstand some of the droughtier weather, or they'll be more drought tolerant. Hopefully that's the idea behind it all. And so I'm gonna go check and make sure all my lines are intact and working properly. So I just have a couple of irrigation control valves put in over here. I dug this little kind of hole area. I'm gonna put some concrete around it eventually later and make a lid for it, but this is what I have here. And right now I'm just gonna turn them on manually. So I'm gonna turn this side on first, and we're gonna check all our lines. So over here, I don't have any emitters yet on these because these are where the trees died, but I will put some back in so you can see one emitter there. That one looks pretty good. None of these seem to be leaking or spraying out, so they all seem to be pretty good there. That one needs an emitter. That one looks good, this one looks good, and this one looks good. That's good for that side of it. I'm gonna walk back down and go towards the other side of the irrigation line that I have on there and see what we got going the other way, just to make sure that nothing's broken on there. So here's where I have two lines going this way, so we just got to make sure that we check the right lines. And the way I set it up is like most of the trees closest to this are going to be on this side line. The rest of the trees that are very far away are going to be on the other line. So as long as I know which line is closer, then all those trees should be on it. So here, I'm gonna walk down here. That one looks pretty good. No, nothing coming out of there, nothing coming out of there, nothing. Oh, here, look, we got a leak. So this one's broken here. You guys can see that right there. It's just spewing out water. So I gotta fix that one. I'm gonna fix that one real quick. I'm gonna go turn this off and then give that a fix. And then after I get that fixed, I'll check the next one. The reason why I go down in a row like that is because it's all built off of pressure. So if one's leaking, then the other ones along the way might not leak, even though they have damage to them because the pressure hasn't built up. So we're gonna replace that one first and then see beyond that what we got. So I'm just gonna turn this off here again, and then head over and give that a little repair. All right, YouTube, we got that repaired nice. We put a new T connector in there. These are the T connectors that I'm using, 1/4 inch tubing. Now I'm gonna head back over and turn the water line back on and make sure that the new connection works well so that we can see if we got any other leaks along the way. That's back on. We're gonna head right back over to the area where it was leaking and then check it out. So here we are here. No more leak, so that's a good thing there. And we're gonna continue and head down along the way to see if we got any other leaks. So this line stops right here, as you can see. So there's no more leaks along that line, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off and then move on to the next one. Okay, I got the other one turned on. So this hose right here does this one here, so that one's not leaking there. And then we're gonna move on down the way and see what we got for this other line over here. So far it looks pretty good. We start here, no leaks on that one there, no leaks on that one there, and no leaks. That one looks good, that one looks good. So it just drips like this. You can see it dripping out of the bottom there. That keeps it so that it stays moist and gets the soil nice and wet deep down below. Gives it a nice thorough soaking instead of just like right there on the top. It makes it so that the soil underneath gets wet and stays moist for the roots. And that's why we're also going to be putting in weed paper and that mulch to keep the soil nice and conditioned well. All right, so over here, coming down here, it looks like we're pretty good over here. No leaks on any of those lines. So that's nice. Now we can start putting in our weed paper and move on beyond that to putting in our mulch finally. Everything seems to be looking pretty good on the lines here for the irrigation. Okay, perfect. As I was saying before, I got a couple of areas where I need to put some emitters. Right here, like this one here. This is one of the new trees that I planted, so I need to put an emitter on there and get that all set up so that this can automatically irrigate. Now in the beginning, these things need a lot of water, so I'll probably use the emitters and I'll probably add a little bit more water to them just so that they have constant water and they take really well, because that's why I feel like a lot of these have been dying right here on this side. They just aren't getting enough water, enough sun. As you can see right now, we got pretty good sun out here, so that's nice, except for these guys here. These are pretty much shaded, and they seem like they're probably shaded almost all the time, which is why maybe these guys here have a bit of struggle, and which is why maybe this one, especially over here, is getting to be significantly underdeveloped. And hopefully this guy will come back. He's looking pretty bad. We'll see in the future whether that works or not. So I'm gonna attach a couple of these emitters. What I'm gonna use is these little 2-gallon button drip emitters, and that should probably be pretty good. I think that will be enough water that they get. We'll turn them on for about half an hour a day. And then I'll probably do a little supplemental watering if they need it. Just buy like the hose with a little kind of rain adapter. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get these watered up, and I'm just gonna turn the water on manually, and then I'm gonna set the timer in a little bit. YouTube, that sums it up for the water or irrigation system on the trees. I'm gonna start the weed paper now. So I'm gonna go grab that stuff, and then we're gonna try and start getting that set down. I might need to go buy some stakes from the local home improvement store because I don't know if I have any left over. So we'll find out here in a little bit once I go check and see what I got, and then we will start rolling out weed paper. YouTube, here we go. So we got our weed paper here. I just got this stuff from Costco, I believe it was, and it's been some stuff that I had from other projects around the house. And we got these stakes here from the local home improvement store, and they're just like U-shaped stakes, and they go through the paper into the ground. So we're gonna start rolling this out all the way down and cutting circles into it where the trees are. Let's get this stuff down so we can put in our new mulch. I'm gonna start on this side over here, and I'm probably gonna have to get rid of this a little bit more. This is an old tree stump that's kind of been eaten up and slowly deteriorated. So I'm gonna hopefully chop the rest of this out of here and get rid of that. But I'm gonna start right here next to that on this tree, and we're gonna roll this out and get this put in. Here we go. YouTube, it's pretty hot out here. I've got the weed paper down. As you can see here, it's looking pretty good all along here. It's a little bit more work with the irrigation lines in place, but it's okay. We're getting it done. And then this is gonna eventually just kind of stick up against here. I'll probably zip tie it to the wall there. And the reason I want this primarily is because I want to prevent the weed seeds to be blown from this way from over there, which is actually the creek. They don't get maintained very well. Eventually I will try and throw some preen over there to try and keep that weed down, and maybe I'll try and mow it with the tractor one of these days. But as of right now, I'm just gonna try and keep this weed paper up against there to prevent any seeds blowing this way. Hopefully that works better than nothing. So I'm gonna continue putting weed paper down all the way down, and I will show you guys a little bit more once I get it done. All right, YouTube, I got a bunch of the weed paper down. I still got a little bit more to go. I had to open up a second roll to get this going. I might even have to go buy another roll because it's quite a bit of weed paper that has to be used, because we got to use 2 strips. We're getting there. We're about here right now. We got that bit to go, and we've finished that bit over there. I'm gonna take a little water break and I'll be back. YouTube, I ran out of weed paper, so I gotta go and grab some more the next time I'm at Costco, because they have one of the best deals and it's local and it's easy to get. They usually have it always in stock, so I don't have to worry too much about getting it and having it in stock. Here we are, we're out here, as you can see, all the way down. I got weed paper going all the way down there. I got my weed paper going this way too, but it stops right here because I ran out. So that's where I'll have to get some more. I do have all my tree cages in. I got my irrigation lines all set up and they are working quite well. So that's a good thing. And I am now ready to put at least some of the mulch down. I will be putting in all the places, well, maybe not all because I might not finish today, but I will be putting in as much as I possibly can, going down and covering up the weed paper. And this is the mulch behind me, so I will be slowly hacking away at this. Let's get going. I have put in some of the mulch in the spots that needs to go using my good old wheelbarrow. Knocked a little bit off of the stack there, and I put in about 2 per tree. As you can see coming down this way, we got 2 per tree at the moment. We'll probably need more, but I laid out that many. We're gonna see where that gets us and how many more we're gonna need per tree, roughly speaking, so that way I can load those up and bring them over. So let's get some mulch down. Here's a little glimpse of what it looks like at the moment. It is needing definitely more than 2 bags per tree. I think I have 7 bags in this section right here, but there's a little sample of what it's going to look like right there. Oh, it's looking nice. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to get to work on bringing some more of these bags of mulch over and get it laid out. That's what's going to be the project, and this is going to be the end result right there. It's going to look pretty nice there all the way down. I'm gonna continue to work on this. Sun's starting to go down, as you can see. I don't know how much longer we're gonna get out here, but we're gonna continue. The mosquitoes are starting to come out, which isn't exciting. YouTube, it's getting pretty dark, even though I got sunglass on. The light's getting pretty dim, and it's been a long day, but I figured I'd give you guys a little glimpse on what it looks like at the end of today. I'm gonna start up early tomorrow morning because we're off on a KDM adventure tomorrow, and this is gonna have to be it until I get back. I'm hoping to get it as much down as possible to keep the ground wet and the trees growing while we're gone. This is what we got so far. Looks good, huh? What do you think? Nice and even-ish. Looks like a good color. Oh, I like it. Pretty happy with it so far. We got all the way down to here. And we stopped. I made a decent dent out of the pile of mulch there. Not too bad for today. I'll see you guys a little bit later on the next video of the update on the trees in the backyard project. Have a good night.